Yes, guys, what's going on? I'm here with Jay. Manchester United are beating LASK Linz 5-0, 1 foot in the next round of the Europa League. Surely, Jay?
Well, I don't know. LASK are going to have to be careful. They might be going to struggle to stay in it at this rate. Yeah, I mean, listen, we made it look easy, didn't we? You know, it was run-of-the-mill, players getting goals, just dominating them. But that could have been, potentially, a bit of a difficult game. You know, it's behind closed doors. You don't know how that's going to affect the players. It's a tricky away tie in Europe. And this is a team that have had some good results in Europe. They've beaten Sporting. They've done all right in the past. So we have made it look easy, but at the minute, it's just the feel-good factors back in it. You know, we're scoring goals, we're playing well, we're keeping clean sheets, and it's great to see. And it was great to see some of those players getting on the score sheet. My favourite bit was when Andreas Pereira pinged it in after you were shouting, "What is he doing shooting from there?"
I said shoot, Andreas. I said shoot, Andreas.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. You know, Pereira's getting in there. Mason gets another goal. Your favourite player, Austrian, gets on the score sheet. It was just, you know what? It just feels like, I don't want to say United of old, because people go, oh, it's not exactly Sir Alex Ferguson, is it? But there's a bit of momentum now, isn't there? There's a bit.
I feel like we could play any players at the moment. We could play us two and still get a result, it feels like.
Yeah, well, maybe you, but I don't know about me. But you know what? It was like a bit of a cult heroes 11 today, wasn't it? We were saying that Romero, Bailly, Austrian. But there's that sort of, I don't know, this is a really likeable United team. There seems to be that sort of team spirit there. The fans are loving it as well. And I just want to see us keep this momentum going, because, you know, we've got massive games coming up. The big one, if it goes ahead, and it looks like it is, against Jose Mourinho's Spurs. So if we can keep this momentum going, I know that's a completely different game from LASK, but you want to see us carry that on, take, you know, what we did in the derby and that sort of stuff into the next game and go for top four, man. I've got a real positive feeling about what's going on this season. I know we've been here before under Ollie when we had, you know, all Ollie's at the wheel times, but I don't know, he seems to have the momentum. We've got the players, got people coming back from injuries. The players he brought in are doing well. Some of the players that have been struggling have started to do well. I mean, it's just good times at the minute. I'm just going to enjoy it while we can.
When you look at, I know we're playing Spurs and we could very easily lose to them on Sunday and, you know, people start complaining again. But when you look at Spurs and you look at the way the mood is around the camp and the things with Jose, does it make you feel happier to have Ollie in charge, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know me, I was a massive sort of supporter of Jose Mourinho right up until the very end. I was like, oh, you know, give him time, or he deserves a bit more. You know, it's not his fault, it's what's going on above him. But it had become toxic, hadn't it, towards the end of his time at the club, and you saw the way Ole Gunnar Solskjaer turns things around immediately by just not being Jose Mourinho. He came in, started playing Paul Pogba, got everyone feeling good again. But then when it started to go wrong, I didn't like the way Ole was being treated by some of the fans. You know, I didn't. We've always, by and large, pretty much stuck by him. And I think that's beginning to bear fruit now. You can see what he's trying to do. You can see he's handling the youngsters in the right way. You know, you saw Mason Greenwood come on tonight and get yet another goal. I think he's at 12 this season.
Well, ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous, but he's been handled in the right way. Brandon Williams playing again. He's playing his youngsters in the right way. He's had to sort of cope with some sort of bad injuries, not in the sense of the number of players that have been injured, but the fact we didn't have Martial, we didn't have Rashford, we didn't have Pogba for large parts of the season. So we've had to rely on the likes of Pereira and Lingard. But even if you look like someone like Fred, who Jose didn't give a chance to, Ole stuck with him, and that's proven to be right. So I think Ole deserves a lot of credit, and it's time to just, you know, he's going to be here to the end of the season no matter what. So just get behind him and get behind his team.
Bruno didn't get another goal today, but he did get an assist. Fred got an assist as well. What did you make of Bruno's performance today? He was a little bit of a quieter one, but still influential.
Yeah, he is. He's one of those, isn't it? Because he's sort of raised the bar so high in the way he started his career at United. If he doesn't bang in a goal, or he doesn't score a screamer, or do some sort of sick pass, you think, oh, he's had a bit of a quiet one. But he still does those little things that almost go unnoticed, you know, the little passes, picking up the ball and sort of getting us going again. And you feel that when he's on the pitch, it elevates those around him. They have that extra little bit of confidence. You always point out the runs that Martial makes when Bruno's playing. Other players tonight were making those sort of runs, and he picks them out. And even when he doesn't, there just seems to be that sort of confidence in the team that's been missing. It's been missing sort of since the beginning of the season, and it's good to see it back. We've got our swagger back.
Igalo, end of the season.
Oh, mate, just give the
new contract.
Give him a contract now.
Yeah.
He's already, like, I was going through some stats. I mean, you know, we love Henrik Larsson, don't we, on this channel? He's already, I think he's got more goals than him already. I think he's equalled Alexis Sanchez or something stupid like that. Listen, he's loving it. We're loving him. Just keep him forever.
Sounds like a plan.